Hey everyone, welcome to Miss Staton's class. I teach 7th grade Texas history and 6th grade world cultures. My husband and I have two children. We are both Belton Tiger alumni, and I look forward to continuing my education here in Belton. I've been teaching for 10 years, and 6 of those years have been here at South Belton. I wanted to go over real quickly with you my office hours. On A days, I am in the office from 1:30 to 3:45. I may have meetings during that time too, but I am more easily to get a hold of during that time period. On remote Wednesdays, which I think we have 2 or 3 left, there only time I have available on Wednesdays is 9 to 11 a.m. I will have a Zoom open. It is the same Zoom that is in their Schoology folder for their class period. They go through there and they can log on, and I can help out with some technology issues. Just sit there and listen to them, share what they want to talk about, or even to help them with their assignment. So I'm available to them during that time period. You can reach me at my email, jaclyn.staton@bisd.net. You can also reach me on Remind, and the phone number to the school is 215-3000. That number, you will be able to call the front desk, and they will be able to send you to my classroom to leave a message. Or you can message me on Schoology. Just log into the kids' Schoology, or if you have access to Schoology, log in with your password and shoot me a message that way as well. 7th grade Texas history, we'll be covering the countries who owned or occupied Texas during its history. We'll talk a little bit about the geography, the exploration of Europeans, and then the native people who lived in Texas, and the government. And then we'll move our way into U.S. History and Texas and how it interacted in the U.S. 6th grade, we'll be traveling the world, learning about different cultures, geography, economics, and government, and covering a little bit of the history in those areas. In my class, every class period starts with a warm-up. This warm-up is very, very, very important. So please make sure your student is filling out their warm-up. This is kind of like a backup of a backup of attendance to make sure that I didn't miss something or the office didn't mess something up, so we can make sure your student's getting counted for being present. We want to make sure that they're not getting too many absences, so make sure they're doing this, because that way I can double check and make sure that they're there. Zoom. I haven't had too many issues with Zoom this year. The main issues I've been having is just trying to be able to teach while being in Zoom, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. Some things I want the students to know: when they log in, it needs to be their first and last name, not their teacher's, not their parent's name, not an emoji, not icons. It needs to be their first and last name. I have multiple students with multiple names, and it's hard to know if it's the correct person or not coming into the correct meeting, and etc. There is a waiting room when you enter. There are sometimes you may be waiting for a little bit. It may be because I'm across the room helping a student. It may be because we're in the middle of a break, and so I may not be there. Just be patient. If you've been in there for a while, you can shoot me an email. Some of you have already figured out that helps. Participation. You are more than welcome to participate in class. You can raise a hand. You can just say my name, and then I can call on you. If you know the answer, you can answer out. But participation is awesome. That helps me know that you understand, and it also lets the other kids hear you and hear your perspectives on things in social studies. Many of you have figured out the split screen, pulling the tabs apart so you can make a section on your computer that has your Zoom so you can see the teacher and the class board. And then on the other tab that's on the other side of the computer, you can use it for working in and keeping up with your assignments. Class period. Please, 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 please make sure that you are joining your class period. The purpose behind that is because I have multiple grades, um, and I have some classes that are a little bit behind and some classes that aren't, and it's starting to move in that direction. So if you're coming into a class period that's not yours, you're probably going to be a little lost because we may be ahead, or you're going to be like, I already did this. So make sure that you're coming into your class period. Last thing I wanted to cover with you is information about the class. When the students click on their class period in Schoology, all of mine have the class period on it with like a little Bitmoji of me, but their Zoom meeting link is in this section. They also have their passcode that they need to get in. And so all of that is always going to be at the top of the screen right there for them. Down here in the bottom in the folders, you will see resources in the green. This could cover anything from the welcome information I sent out before school started. It holds videos on how to do certain technology things. I may even throw in there occasionally some videos to teach kids how to get into certain parts of assignments if we've been having issues, and that kind of thing. The interactive journal, students shouldn't have to get into this one anymore unless for some reason they just accidentally deleted their journal or the journal's not working. But there's a video tutorial that I've sent out on that, so they should be able to access that. Then below that, you'll start seeing week 1, week 2 with the dates. Those will stay up for the unit because I give students time if they have missing assignments to go back into that folder and complete that assignment throughout that unit. Once the unit is over, depending on where we're at in the 9 weeks, I will typically close off that folder just because it starts taking up so much space in their Schoology folders and in class periods that it makes it harder and you have to scroll down further. So I'm going to try to clean that up as much as possible throughout the year. Next, in a couple days, or by the time you've heard this, you may have already gotten the email, but I'm going to be sending out a Google form that I would like parents and students to fill out. The purpose of the form is for me to figure out what's the best way to contact you. I know after last year, some parents have preferred text messaging. I'll still be using Remind as much as I can. Schoology will still be a method, and so will email. But if we're having issues in the class with like discipline, or I just need to contact you about a situation, and some of you work, so some of you prefer the text message, if you can let me know that on that sheet. Also, too, those of you that are at home or even the face-to-face, what it's going to be asking you, like, what issues are your kids having, so I know where I can do better to make sure your kids are more successful, because I know for me it's been pretty frustrating trying to do both, and I want to make sure that we're all successful. But just know that if there is an issue with technology, we're just going to move forward. We're not going to keep dwindling on it. Just go to the next step, and then we can always come back and reevaluate what the problem was. It's been like that every day since school started, so I've been getting used to that. So we'll make it through. I look forward to eventually, hopefully, meeting every one of you and seeing your faces, and those of you in remote, I hope to get to visit with you and see you soon as well. Um, I hope y'all have a good school year, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.